Payphone Era, we back. 25 summers. Here's a question from somebody. Shout out to Jersey J. What are the rules of mentioning that you made parole?
The game in the hood, in the yard, or the, what's going on, what's happening in there, is that you keep that shit to yourself. You don't let nobody. Mentioning your date to somebody else, man, can cause somebody to make you expendable and put you in a situation, man, just out of hate, enviness, greed, because they know you making it back to society, and they ass is still in here and endure all of this stress and everything. So they'll throw you in the mix of some bullshit, use your name with some bullshit, because you bragging. To me, it seems like you telling me, I'm going home, fuck y'all niggas is in here. And it don't be like that. Sincerely, from the heart, I did my time, it's time for me to go. But something like that is considered very, very personal intel information. Keep that to yourself.
So now, here's another way to look at it, right? Say you do all this time, you 20 years, 30 years, something. You go to fucking parole, you come back, it's obvious you're gonna be a different person in the penitentiary. So you maybe people know. Do people know, or do they just assume?
It's hard to fake body language.
Okay.
What I mean by hard to fake body language is like after doing 25 years, and I got a piece of paper in the mail after being seen by these group of people that signed off and sent it to me. You get it 2-3 days later in the mail, and it's saying you being restored your freedom. It's gonna be hard to hide that in body language. Your pep and your step gonna be different. Everything, your eyes, the way you look, the way you opening up, the way you're upbeat, it's gonna be different. And so people that study people all day and check out emotions and shit gonna recognize that you done got some good news. Now, a lot of news you can get at the parole board is not considered good news. A part of good news I said it's not is that they hit me this time at the board for only a year. So now I got 365 more days to go to see them again. That's not good news. Some niggas in there, that's great news.
Yeah, true.
Because normally you get hit with 2 years.
Okay.
And come back in 2 years to see me. And then they could be like, okay, 90 days, but you got to go back. All of that to me is considered bad news, because in that period right then and there where they say you have to go back, whether it's 90 days from now or a year from now, shit jump off, man, and now you ain't going back. So unless you get information that says my day is open, July 13th.
Yeah.
It's hard to conceal that joy, that elation, that relief off your back, like you just had a fucking tombstone on it for all these years. Now you're upbeat, you walking, peppers in your step, you bright, you exuberant, you radiant.
Okay.
Niggas know you going home, they gonna throw you in the mix. You ain't telling no.
Okay, so now during that time, and this is a real question, do you still quote unquote stand on business and penitentiary rules and your principles?
I did, and it cost me my date.
Okay,
and we talked about that. I lost my date. Now I'm working on a good time system, where good time system means a merit. When I got to Attica in 2009, the superintendent told me personally that if you come here and do the right thing, every 6 months you give me without a problem, without a misbehavior report, I will give you 6 months back of your good time.
Okay, so you make your date, and how do you lose it?
I got into a fucking fight in a motherfucking mess hall, man. Something that was unavoidable, man. You know what I mean, man? It's just certain things that's unavoidable. And I knew I had 60 more days. Now, I prayed a strategy after I slapped the shit out this nigga before what went down. And we got tier 3s. And we got into the fight, we got tier 3s. They gave me 60 days key block. That's 60 days in my cell, no coming out.
Okay, so you didn't have to leave the unit. You stayed in your cell, continue.
Yeah, they gave me that. But because of that 60 days, my 90 days coming back up to get that grace period where they saying you successfully did 6 months, I'm gonna give you 6 months back, was violated by that ticket right there. So automatically they wipe the slate clean.
So how long did you have to wait after?
You get a letter from that depth of security immediately. I did.
Okay, and so what happened with
He
you?
wrote me in a letter and said, your application is revoked due
For
to your
parole.
misbehavior right now with the fight that you had in the yard. Right. And they asked me, was it worth it? It was a situation that I brought on myself, but then it goes back to what you said. Do you still stand on prison rules and prison terms and prison morals and shit like that? Yeah, I didn't compromise my shit. This dude came out his face and offered me his divine. Basically, like
Invited you to the Frank stand.
he opened the Frank stand, right? And that's something you can't forgive in the penitentiary, man. No matter how hard I want to justify and be like, I'm going home, I'm doing this. If I don't address that the way it need to be addressed accordingly, then I'm going ahead into some shit waiting to go home. And it's going to be bigger, and it's going to come more vicious, and it's going to come with the wolves. He told me, he offered the Frank stand to me. I let it go. I didn't do nothing. I didn't say nothing. I let it go. The same pack of wolves over there going to come at me as soon as I come off the visit.
Okay, so let me ask you this. And from your experience and what you saw, how often is it that people make parole out of X amount of years in prison and lose their dates? How often did you see that happen?
That happened a lot, man.
And usually for what was the reason?
It was fighting, it was gambling, it was, people hustling, selling short-eye magazines to each other and lending in magazines to each other, and you mess it up. And so now his principle is, you violated my shit, I can't let it go. I got to do something. So now, depending on the bigger the deal was, whether the weapons come into a play.
Yeah. So basically, besides standing on business for principles as a man, you have people in the prison that's making parole and still doing fucking bullshit. You know?
Okay.
Like still, it's like
Yeah,
it's like people. If you live in the city in these buildings and people throw garbage out the window, then you go to the suburbs and get a nice house and y'all still throwing trash out the window.
Call that throwing a brick at the penitentiary.
Yeah,
because,
throwing rocks.
Right.
You already in there though.
And you're right. And now for you, that makes you a stupid motherfucker anyway, because you already got your date.
True.
And you still risking this over what? 5-6 bags of weed you sold for $25
That's what
a
I'm
bag
saying.
of weed. You're gonna be in this society, and you're gonna get you some money, get a job, and you'll be all right. So whether you would do that or me, when I got that letter back from the depth that said, I'm restoring your 6 months, which gives you enough for you to CR. That means go home.
Yeah.
And you got about 5 more years on supervision out there before you max out.
On parole.
My max is 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get back my good time and get out in 25. So now I only owe 5 on parole, which I know I'm gonna last and be successful because I'm going to work. But once I got that letter, I shut down everything. I told wifey, you ain't got to come up. You come up, but don't bring no more.
25 summers.